Hey guys, I am Diksha Mirgar. I am explaining in this video about a CSS grid. So let's start with our video. First we will see our introduction about a CSS grid. CSS grid layout in cascading style sheet. CSS grid layout or a CSS grid creates a complex responsive web design. Grid layouts more easily and consistently across the browsers. मतलब जो कास्केडिंग स्टाइल शीट्स है वो ग्रिड को इस्तेमाल करते हैं वेब डिज़ाइनर्स जो इजी और कंसिस्टेंटली देख भी सकते हैं ब्राउज़र्स में। अभी हम लोग देखेंगे वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ grid layout. We will see the various types of a grid layout. First is a grid columns. The vertical lines of a grid is called as a grid column. So you can see the standing line which is called as a columns is it is divided into a four lines, which is line 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it is called as a grid columns and it is used to make a grid layout. Next we will see a grid rows. You can see the horizontal lines of a grid is called as a grid rows. मतलब जो लाइन 1, 2, 3 और 4 जो सेपरेट हुए हैं उसको रोज बोलते हैं, मीन्स ग्रिड रोज। ग्रिड रोज भी ग्रिड लेआउट बनाने के लिए इस्तेमाल होते हैं, मीन्स इट इज ऑल्सो सपोर्टिव टू मेक अ ग्रिड रोज और अ ग्रिड लेआउट। ग्रिड गैप मतलब यू कैन सी द स्मॉल बॉक्सेस. This small boxes is known as a grid gap, which is a gap between a columns and a rows. जो कॉलम और रो के बीच में गैप रहता है उसको ग्रिड गैप कहते हैं. अगर आपको ग्रिड गैप को अलग करके लिखना है, रो के पिक्सेल्स अलग और कॉलम के पिक्सेल्स अलग, तो आपको ग्रिड कॉलम गैप और ग्रिड रो गैप लिखना पड़ेगा, जिसमें ग्रिड रो के जितने भी पिक्सेल्स रहेंगे उतने आप डालेंगे, बाद में कॉलम के जितने पिक्सेल्स रहेंगे उतने डालेंगे, जिससे आपके बॉक्सेस भी सेपरेट हो जाएंगे और आपको जितने भी कॉलम्स और रोज चाहिए उतने लेंथ उनकी बढ़ जाएगी गैप के बिटवीन. अगर आपको परफेक्ट पिक्सल चाहिए रो और कॉलम के बीच में तो आपको ग्रिड गैप लिखना पड़ेगा. We can adjust our size gap between a row and a column. So that is the previously explained as a, if you have to make a separate row and a column or to make a length as a separately, you have to use a row and a columns. And you have a perfect, you want a perfect gap between the row and a column, you have to use only a grid gap. So you don't understand what I am saying, let's begin with the code so you can understand easily how we will make our grid CSS grid. So let's start with code. So we will start with our code. First we will write as a doc type HTML. Doc type HTML. Then we will write a HTML file. Then we will write as a HTML head, which is the tags of HTML. Then we will use a style because we are using a CSS grid layout. We have to make a different styles on it. So I will consider as a grid container. Then I will use as a display grid because we are using a CSS grid layout. Then we will use as a grid template columns, which is our 10 pixels or 20 pixels. So I am taking a 20 pixels. Then background color is red. Then we will take a grid gap, which is a gap between a row and column. Is 10 pixels or 20 pixels. Then I will take as a padding, which is the length between the outside the line and the boxes, which is our 20 pixels. Then we will end with our dot grid container. So I will take as a next grid container division. So in division we have to take a background color, which is white. Then padding, I will explain, has a length between the outside the line and the boxes is called as a padding. Then we will take a font size. Font size is optional. If you take a font size, you can add any font size. Then I will end with our division. So we end our head, then start with our body. I will take as a head one, grid layout. Then I will take a division classes. Division class item one, item not grid container, which is I discussed in a first, that I will consider as a grid container, and I will take in a division class. So I am taking a grid container. Then division में इधर कंसिडर कर रही हूँ आइटम वन, जो हम लोग का रहेगा हेडर. अगर आपको डायरेक्ट लिखना है तो आप आइटम वन जो सेमी कॉलम्स के बीच में है, आइटम वन जो लिखा है उसके अंदर आप हेडर लिख सकते हैं. फिर आइटम टू लूँगी मैं, विच इज अवर बॉक्स वन. देन division class item number 3, which is our box 2. Then we will end the division. बाद में हम लोग लेंगे डिवीजन. वैसे हम लोग 7 क्लास लेंगे, 7 क्लास we will take or consider a grid layout. In this I will take as a box third. Then division number, which is class item number 5th, I will take as a space bar. You can consider any name. Then division class item number 6, which is our main content. Then we will take as a footer. Footer is optional. If you take a footer, it makes it easy. Which is our item number 7, footer. Then we will end our division at body and HTML. So let's see. So you can see it is not divided into any boxes or a separate boxes. So I will divide it into a separate boxes. So I will extend the header 1 to 4th line. spacebar also, main content and footer. So there will be the division of a box 1, 2 and 3. So I will consider in a style I will consider as, मैं अभी consider करूँगी which is item number 1. मैंने क्या बोला अभी, जो हम लोग को हेडर है वो एक्सटेंड करना है फर्स्ट टू फोर्थ तक, तो हम लोग लाइन 1 टू लाइन 4 तक उसको एक्सटेंड करेंगे. तो कॉलम स्टार्ट at 1 and end at 7, sorry 4. Okay, so let's see how is our grid layout is. So you can see it is an extend from a first to 4. In third we will see third. So it is extend from a first to third. So we will extend our space bar also, which item number 5. Grid column start at first and end at 4. Let's see how it is giving our reply. So you can see that the spacebar is also extended from a line 1 to line 4. I will extend a header also. Then we will extend our main content and a footer. So grid column start from first and end at 4th. And at 4. Then we will extend the 7th also, which is our footer. Grid column start and grid column end at 4th. So let's see how it is reply our code or layout. So you can see the header is extended from a line 1 to line 4, space bar and main content and footer, and box 1, box 2 and box 3 are separated into 3 boxes, that line 1, line 2, line 3 and line 4, which is a straight line is called as the column and the slipping line is called as the rows. So this code I will make made in a mobile, which app name is an writer note writer. So you have to take a app like this. So please use that app and practice the CSS style grid. So thank you for watching this video.